What if the earliest versions of the Bible once contained a hidden instruction, an ancient prayer technology, capable of unlocking the deepest potential of the human mind and body? Imagine if this knowledge was intentionally removed, buried in forgotten scrolls and apocryphal texts, so that humanity would never discover its true power. In this video, we will explore the mystery of a prayer not as a plea to the heavens, but as a precise inner technology designed to activate the heart, the brain, and the very field of reality itself. A secret so powerful that it was considered too dangerous for ordinary people to know. And yet, fragments of this knowledge still survive in the Gospel of Thomas, in ancient mystical traditions, and in the whispers of quantum science. Could it be that what was once taken away is now returning to us, just when we need it most? When we open the pages of history, we find hints of teachings that were deliberately excluded from the official Bible. Among them stands the Gospel of Thomas, an ancient text discovered in 1945 at Nag Hammadi, Egypt. Unlike the familiar Gospels, this one doesn't describe miracles or chronology. Instead, it preserves the secret sayings of Jesus, words that point inward to the divine spark already within every human. But why would such a text be hidden? Early church leaders called these writings apocrypha, dangerous or heretical, not because they were false, but because they empowered ordinary people. If prayer was understood as a direct technology for awakening the heart and mind, then priests, rituals, and institutions would no longer be the gatekeepers of God. This was knowledge too powerful to be allowed in the hands of everyone. So it was buried, silenced, until fragments began to resurface in our time. For most of us, prayer has been taught as words spoken into the silence, a request sent upward hoping for an answer. But in the ancient world, prayer was never just about asking, it was about activating. Think of it as a technology, a kind of inner code that could tune the human body into alignment with higher reality. Indigenous cultures, mystics, and early Christians described prayer not as begging, but as resonance. When a person entered the state of prayer, they weren't waiting for something to happen. They were generating the vibration of the outcome as if it had already arrived. This is the hidden key. Prayer wasn't passive. It was an active force, a switch that could open hidden layers of the mind and even alter the physical world. What was lost over centuries is the understanding that prayer was never about words. It was about states of consciousness. If you've stayed with me until now, it means this message resonated with you. Don't let this knowledge fade away. Keep the conversation alive. Hit that like button to help spread these hidden truths, and subscribe so you won't miss the next chapter of ancient wisdom and modern science. And if this video stirred something deep within you, share it with a friend who's ready to remember their inner power. The more of us who awaken, the harder it becomes for forgotten knowledge to remain hidden. Modern science is beginning to confirm what ancient mystics always knew. The human heart is not just a pump, and the brain is not just a processor. Together, they act like two quantum devices, capable of generating fields of information and resonance. Studies from institutes of neurocardiology reveal that the heart has its own nervous system, and when it synchronizes with the brain, a state of coherence emerges. In this state, emotions are no longer chaotic. They become waves of order that can influence biology and even extend beyond the body. Ancient traditions describe this harmony as the real key to prayer. When the heart feels the outcome and the brain holds the vision, the human being becomes a living transmitter, broadcasting frequencies that reality itself responds to. Prayer, in this light, was never superstition. It was science written in the language of the soul. Ancient texts suggest that intention alone is not enough. To simply wish or ask was never the true formula of prayer. The missing element is feeling, the embodied emotion that signals to the body and the universe that the outcome has already occurred. When someone prays for healing, it is not about begging for change, but about entering the emotional state of wholeness, as if healing has already been received. This alignment between thought and feeling creates coherence, a vibrational signature that reality responds to. Intention without feeling is like writing a code with no power source. It remains lifeless. But when the heart generates the emotion and the mind directs the vision, the prayer becomes an activated technology capable of influencing both the body and the world beyond. Modern physics has revealed something astonishing. The act of observation itself can alter the outcome of reality. In quantum experiments, particles behave differently when they are being watched, suggesting that consciousness plays an active role in shaping matter. This principle, known as the observer effect, echoes what ancient mystics claimed for centuries, that awareness and focused intention influence the physical world. Prayer, in this light, is more than symbolic. When thought and emotion merge, they generate a field of coherence, like a tuning fork vibrating in harmony with the universe. Science now confirms what ancient traditions encoded. Consciousness is not passive, it is creative. And in the missing teachings of prayer, this creative force was the hidden technology. Throughout history, stories of miraculous healing and transformation echo the idea that prayer was more than a ritual, it was a technology. Tibetan monks have long practiced chants that generate vibrations strong enough to move matter. Native tribes in the Americas used group ceremonies where intention and sound merged to bring rain or healing. And even in recent decades, modern experiments with collective meditation have shown measurable effects on crime rates, stress, and even environmental harmony. These are not random coincidences. They point toward an ancient understanding. When human hearts and minds synchronize in focused emotion, reality itself bends. What was once dismissed as myth now gains recognition as a forgotten science of consciousness. If prayer was truly a technology of consciousness, capable of healing the body and altering reality itself, imagine what it would mean if every human could access it freely. There would be no need for priests as intermediaries, no institution to dictate how one should connect with the divine. For early church authorities, this was dangerous. Power is maintained by controlling access to the sacred, by removing gospels that emphasized inner technology, such as the Gospel of Thomas or other apocryphal writings. The institution preserved its role as the gatekeeper of spiritual truth. Whether by fear of losing authority or by a genuine belief in protecting the faithful, the result was the same. Humanity was cut off from tools designed to unlock its deepest potential. Today, modern science is slowly rediscovering what ancient mystics seemed to know all along, that consciousness, emotion, and vibration are keys to shaping reality. Neuroscience shows that thoughts and feelings reshape the brain. Epigenetics reveals that our inner state can switch genes on or off, and experiments with meditation prove that collective intention can influence measurable outcomes in the physical world. Far from being superstition, these findings echo the very practices once hidden or suppressed. What was removed from sacred texts is resurfacing through laboratories, research centers, and human experience. The tools we seek are not external, they are encoded within our own biology. By remembering, we are not simply reviving a forgotten prayer. We are reclaiming the ancient technology of being human. In the end, what was removed from the early scriptures is not just a forgotten prayer, it is a blueprint for human potential. Prayer, when practiced as the ancients described, is not a plea to a distant God, but a conscious activation of the divine code already within us. Modern science now confirms what mystics whispered. Our emotions, aligned with intention, can alter biology and even reality itself. The so-called lost technology of prayer is not truly lost. It has always been alive in our hearts, waiting to be remembered. And the greatest secret is this: you do not need an intermediary to connect with creation. The power that was hidden, censored, and denied is the same power that flows through your breath, your heartbeat, and every word you speak. To reclaim it is to reclaim your true humanity. Do you think the prayer that was removed from the early Bible was deliberately hidden to keep humanity from its true power? Or was it simply lost in history?